You said that America has, quote, never been a racist country, unquote. Protections for the institution of slavery were written into the U.S. Constitution. The White House was built with slave labor.
When you look at, the Declaration of Independence, it was that, men are created equal with unalienable rights, right? That was what we all knew. But what I look at it as is I was a brown girl that grew up in a small rural town. We had plenty of racism that we had to deal with. But my parents never said we lived in a racist country. And I'm so thankful they didn't. Because for every brown and black child out there, if you tell them they live or were born in a racist country, you're immediately telling them they don't have a chance.
Just to push back a bit, because I was a history major in New Hampshire. You're talking about the ideals of America. But America was founded institutionally on many racist precepts, including slavery.
But when you look, it said all men are created equal. I think the intent was to do the right thing. What? Now, did they have to go fix it along the way? Oh yes, but I don't think the intent was ever that we were going to be a racist country.
Oh my God. Why is she gaslighting
What
everybody?
you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
She's just lying.
So here's what she.
Wait, hold on. Let me reintroduce, just in case people, that was Nikki Haley, who wants to be president of the United States, and at the same time lie to y'all's faces. So if you want another liar in office, I guess that's what politicians do. Then vote for her in New Hampshire if you're a Republican or independent, because that's what's happening. This is the Karen Hunter Show. It's Foolishness Friday. We're going to take a lighthearted view. Lamont King is here. He's a comedian as well as a thought provoker. Lamont King, KingLamont.com. Yes, say you, sir.
So one, shout out to Jake Tapper. I really like, his pushback. But so where she falls flat is in that clip, just in that clip only, you tried. You know how they say you tried it? Like you thought you was eating, but you did not eat. She thought she ate, but she did not, as the kids would say. So when she says, she's trying to use the language as if to say, I just read this, I know what I'm talking about. But in all men are created equal, that's a reference to God, not the founding fathers. Founding fathers did not create men. So you disarm your argument using that right there because you used it wrong. It's out of context. Now the second piece of that is where you say that the intent wasn't racist. Well, in the beginning, even though with respect to the word men, the intention was that the enslaved peoples were not even human. So you're using a sentence that wasn't referring to us anyway to try to say that all men are equal. They didn't consider all humans men. They didn't even consider the entire population as human. So you can't then use that as it wasn't there. And he's showing you that, Jake Tapper was showing you that, from a systemic standpoint, yes, it was. And that's a matter of historical fact.
Right.
So her doubling down, even after he corrected her, just shows one, she's ignorant to the fact, but two, by the round of applause and the uproarious cheering,
oh my God,
the audience doesn't care.
Right. Well, what they applauded was this whole, it's right there in that woke thing, right? When she said, I was a brown girl in a small town and I saw race, but my parents did not tell me, because that's starting you off with the, it's like this whole notion that somehow telling your children the truth about the world that they live in is giving them a handicap, as opposed to telling them the truth so that they can be prepared for whatever the world is. But she also is not telling the truth because she grew up on a HBCU campus. So you growing up around black people, you're not going to really experience the kind of racism. Well, yes, you're going to be called out your name in certain places, where you're going to run into, because you're South Carolina, you're going to run into those people. But you were coddled on an HBCU campus. If anything, you were probably taken care of in a way that you probably can't even express. So the fact that you know the truth, I think she knows the truth. Either that or in that moment, I thought she was dumb. I was like, is this woman that dumb? Can she be that dumb? Is she
Willfully
really that
ignorant.
dumb?
But even
Is
still,
she?
even still, that's when the coaching and your nervousness don't mix.
Right.
Because
Right.
she was trying to stay on the line, and
Right.
once he gave her a pushback, then she would
Right.
go, oh, wait a minute,
Oh,
where do I go?
so yeah.
Because as much as the right likes to villainize the left for being woke, they're the wokest.
Yeah.
Because brown girl is a dog whistle. You didn't identify as that when you were young. Brown, people of Latin descent, people from the Middle East, Indians, they never referring to themselves as brown. That's new.
That is new.
That's
You're absolutely
15.
right.
That's maybe 15 years old. Maybe that's new.
It's true.
So
It's
now
true.
trying to use that in your claim and trying to own that as a brown girl, I experienced it. No, you didn't. No, and we passed where you live at now last weekend. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I was at your house, Nikki. We was on your porch.
Did you drive
You know
by
what
her
I'm saying?
house? Did you drive by her
Yeah, we
house?
did. Yeah, yeah,
Did
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Okay.
It's what you think it is.
Yeah. That's $2 million. 866-801-8255.
Oh, no, more than that.